Hello, hello, I'm the official narrator. My job is to look through the first page of Google, review the nicknames provided by the internet, and then give my recommendations at the end. Today, we're looking at Barboach and Whishcash, and literally the first thing I see is completely retarded and I hate it. And I've been told that sometimes I have that impression where if someone else is looking up nicknames, they can hear my voice in their head. And if I've done that to you, I'm both sorry and it's your own fault. You did it to yourself. Okay, so yeah, Groundfisher's retarded. Groundwater is retarded. Wario's okay. I'm okay with Wario. Never would have thought about the idea of it, but yeah, W's on the head, mustaches. If you wanted to, I guess this probably would be the closest thing, unless you wanted something that more related to farts or obesity or something like that. Then yeah, you could swing that way with Wario, but I'm okay with it. Mostly surprised that he didn't try claiming that Wario was something he made up himself. Whiskers is literally something a 5-year-old names their cat. Don't use that. Are you 5 years old? No? Don't use that. I remember Whip Splash, and that, I think, was the one I kind of went for, like 6, at this point, about 7, no, 6? Yeah, 6 years ago. Again, don't settle for something crap just because you want something. It's better to have nothing than something that's absolutely garbage. So that's my opinion, but I did use it for a time until I was like, you know what, this other objectively better thing is better for me and doesn't make me hate my Pokemon. Also, meant to say this at the beginning, spreadsheet is empty. Rather than want sushi, if you want to just call it sushi, that's fine. We've seen this plenty of times with other fish-based Pokemon in the past. This one might not be a bad idea for it though, because I mean, I know for a fact people eat catfish. I remember seeing my sisters try and eat catfish when we were in Italy, and it came out head and all, and I was like, that's not appealing. So, if you wanted to, sure. Or you could call it like fillet or fish stick or something like that. Now this one I don't think fits Whishcash or Barboach at all, but I kind of just want to highlight it just to pose it as a question of, who do you think Spearmint would fit? Because I'm okay with that as a nickname. You know, you think bubblegum first thing, so maybe you could throw it onto a fairy type, but I'm thinking more along just the coloration. When you think of spearmint or just mint, you're thinking of something green, or you could think of mint as like the plant, and that's kind of where my mind went to, is like, is there a plant-based Pokemon that maybe spearmint could fit? Just an idea if someone out there is feeling creative and thinks they can put spearmint onto something. I'm going to acknowledge Barbosa just because we talked about it, I believe, for the Cloyster episode. Because I want to say the Tumblr guy came up with Black Pearl, and I was like, what if we just did that but better, named it Barbosa, the pirate of the Black Pearl? I don't think it has anything to do with Whishcash. I don't know if Barbosa is known anywhere else in the world, because I only know it from Pirates of the Caribbean. So if that applies, let's Google. Google just says he's a Brazilian basketball player, and that's it. So because that name belongs to a famous guy, it's kind of impossible to find anything else. Captain Hook, I kind of started thinking about too, but I don't really think that's going to fit Whishcash either. I don't know why we're associating pirates with catfish, but whatever. I think if you want to use Captain Hook, you're probably better off finding a crocodile Pokemon, honestly, because the ending scene from Peter Pan, or at least that's like one of the first things that come to mind for me. I'll acknowledge Jaboon from Wind Waker, that's fair. I can get behind that. We saw that for Wailord, I think, it was suggested. Whichever one you think works better. It doesn't matter to me. I don't really have too much extra to add to it. Alright, so I saw this one on the Pokemon.net too, and I kind of ignored it because typical mythology shit, but then I decided to take it a step further. Look at its Japanese name. You're naming it what it is. You might as well just stick with the Japanese name because that's a little bit better. But not so much that it's better as it is just the same thing but official. Because this is literally just naming it what it's based off of. Anyway, we've reached the bottom, and I didn't find the one that I remember seeing and being like, oh my god, that's literally perfect, which I guess I must have seen in a previous episode or something, but going over again, Sushi was, that Sushi was kind of the one that I was like, oh yeah, that one's good, but you know, we've seen it a bunch for other fishes. And then Wario, I'm not necessarily opposed to, it's not me. Jaboon, I didn't really have much to say on because the one I personally use is Small Fry. which is what the mapfish in Wind Waker calls you. So when I saw that, I was like, holy fuck, that is literally perfect. There is nothing better that you could use for Whishcash than that. So to me, that's the end all be all. That's the height of it. That's like perfect reference, because it's not even named that. It's named after what it says to you, which is also just a thing that people just say. So it's two things in one. It's really good. Anyways, any other ideas and suggestions you have for Barboach and Whishcash, put in the comments below. Give a thumbs up to the ones that you think are good, because remember, these things are organized by top comments, not most recent, so the best comments get seen first. And yeah, let's see what else we can find.